demon-haunted playground. Hi, I just wanted to do another video about objective personality, my typing, my thoughts on the typing at this stage. I guess it's been a little over 2 weeks since I received my official typing from Dave and Shan. My initial response was kind of shock. My type that they typed to me was MF, NIFE, so INFJ. The animals were blast, play, consume, sleep. And prior to receiving that from them, I had expected my type to be ISTP, jumper, TINI, and sleep, consume, blast, play. I didn't see blast hardly at all, and I didn't see play much at all, almost missing, really. So it was a shock, the animals for sure, and then FE being a savior. To me, my biggest problems, even now, are FE. That's the biggest problem, and blast and play, and then SE also. So having double activated FE and SE, so SF, which that just blows my mind, and Savior NF, it's like I saw myself, and I still do, as NT, and ST seems like something I can move into. I don't love it. It feels like it's an obligation, like I'm responsible to do ST, and I begrudgingly do it when I do it. And then NF, it seems like there's a broad spectrum of NF that I don't like, I have no respect for, and I look down on. There's like a narrow band of NF that I would like bring NT to it and like demystify it and say, okay, this like narrow band of NF. But I guess it's been explained to me that NF is like valuing things in the abstract, and that it seems like maybe my version of NF is I'm highly attuned to what other people are valuing in the abstract. It's like it's almost like it's a radar that I have, that I'm picking up on what these other people around me are valuing. I don't have to like it. I don't have to even be valuing all these things. It's just I'm seeing all of these people and I'm highly attuned to it, and maybe other people don't even notice it. But for some reason I'm the lucky one that gets to be aware of it. This is going to be very NF probably explanation, but I'm a big Star Trek fan, so I watch a lot of sci-fi and stuff like that. But the Next Generation, there's a character, Deanna Troi, who is empathic. She can pick up, like her mother, like speaks to her. I don't know, I can't think of the technology, but it's like they can talk to each other in their heads, back and forth. What is that? Telepathic. But there's been episodes where Deanna Troi is like around all these people and their thoughts are just bombarding her, and she's like, I can't take it, I can't block it all out, it's driving her crazy. That's a lot how I feel about other people's feelings, emotions. It's very overwhelming. Like, I don't want to be around a lot of people when their emotions are chaotic, up in the air, high, low. It's too much. It's like I'm picking all this stuff up and I can't shut it out, and it's just overwhelming. I don't want to be around it. And I get that other people don't have that, and it doesn't bother people. And it's not that it bothers me that they're doing that. It's the bothering is that I can't shut it out. It's affecting me like greatly, and I don't want that. It's not that I'm like, oh, they should. I'm. That's not true. I am like, oh, they should stop doing that because it's hurting me. Like, but I realize that that's crazy. I shouldn't want them to not do that. I can't. I'm being hurt by it, and I want to be places, and I don't want to be hurt by it. So it's more of a wish on my part that they wouldn't do that because it hurts me. It's crazy. And then I guess the double activated SF, which just blows my mind as well, is a similar thing. People are valuing things in the physical world. I'm highly attuned to it, which I definitely am. And it bugs the hell out of me, and I wish I wasn't. I'm always seeing people like valuing things. I don't have that in me at all. I couldn't care less about valuing things. I think it's terrible that people value things so much as they do. And I wish that they didn't. But I'm highly attuned to it, and it drives me insane. I wish I could shut that off, and the NF as well. I hate it. I don't like anything about it. People valuing things in the abstract world and in the physical world are not things that I don't do that, but I'm highly attuned to other people doing it, and I wish I wasn't. And so I guess being an NF doesn't mean you value things in the abstract. It means, for me, that I'm picking up on that other people are doing that, and maybe it's cranked up all the way in me to the point where I just can't take it. It's too much. And maybe in others, they're dialed into a very reasonable amount, and to the point where they're fine with it and they actually like it. But for me, it's like all the way jacked up, and it's like Deanna Troy getting all this chaos bombarded into her brain, and it's like, I can't take this. The doctor runs in and gives her a shot, and she can kind of chill out. That's what I need most of the time, or just get away from. For her, she couldn't get away from it on the ship. It's like I can't escape all of these voices in her head. For me, it's I can just move away and not see the people and like meditate and relax and get better. But sometimes you don't want to have to leave a place. You want to be able to stay there and enjoy yourself in where you're at. Like, and when I go to a convention, comic book convention, there's like massive amounts of people. You can barely walk without bumping into each other, which I don't like. I don't like bumping into people, especially people I don't know. And people don't move out of your way. It's like sometimes I can, especially if I'm with someone I know, where I can focus on them. It kind of helps to block out everything else. But if I'm there by myself, which I do sometimes, I'm always trying to focus on things to block out the people. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's you get to the point where you can't hold that focus away from the people, and it's too much chaos, and go away. You got to go away and chill out. And sometimes it gets to the point where I'm just like, okay, I need to just go ahead and leave because I've seen what I want to see. I do want to stay. I do want to look more, but it's too much. So the the big thing for me was the FE, the blast first, which was like, I thought blast was third and play was last. I don't, I'm in my head 90% of the day, every single day. I'm frustrated when I have to blast out loud. The playing, I don't do. Or I'm starting to notice I'll do like a tiny, tiny bit of it, and then I'm done. I'm like, okay, this is too much. It sucks the energy out of me. I don't want to do it. So I was living with my objective personality type for 2 weeks, trying to make sense of it. Like, for me, I'll take on ideas without having to believe that they're true to see, okay, they're saying this is my type. Okay. Is it my type? I don't know. I'm seeing all these things where I'm like, that I didn't think that. I don't think that. I'm like, okay, let me try to make sense of this somehow. So, okay, if this was my type, what would that mean? Okay, it would mean blast and play are missing somewhere. I'm in my head all this time. Maybe I'm doing, the thought came to me, maybe I'm doing all of that inside my head. Is that possible? I don't know. And then I found some videos where Dave and Shan talk about you can do those in your head. But as soon as I came up with the thought, and like a few seconds later, I noticed myself having this conversation, like playing it out. Like, okay, if I was going to say this to someone online or text or whatever, how would I say it? How would I form the sentences and the paragraphs and the thoughts? And I was doing that in my head, like, okay, I'd say this, and how would they receive that? Okay, maybe I'd need to rephrase that. Okay, I was doing all of that, like preparing to give a blast. I was like, my NI, I guess, was built, going into the future of, okay, it was like a chess match. Like I was playing, okay, if I took this move, what would they do? And then what would I do? And then it's like the whole thing. I was playing it out, which was like a blast. But I was like preparing the blast by anticipating the thoughts of the other person. Like as soon as I even entertained the idea that maybe I was doing blast and play in my head, I saw myself doing it. It was like, holy crap, okay. So it was like, okay, maybe I am blast first. I lived with that for 2 weeks. The play, I'm not sure about that one. I wouldn't be surprised if that's last, actually. They said sleep last. I entertained that. I'm like, okay, I'm in my head all the time. Maybe it's all blast and play and like a tiny bit sleep. I don't think so. I think I'm doing a lot of sleep. So it wouldn't surprise me if I'm sleep first, NITI. But maybe blast second, actually, because I am doing a lot of that in my head. And I've, in the last 10 years, I've started trying to get that blast out into the world because I have social anxiety, and I think I had that at a very young age, and that pushed a lot of the blasting that I would have been doing in the physical world into my head. So that would make sense to me that I'm doing blast, and that when I try to consume, I'm also blasting and sleeping. I'll consume a little, like if I'm reading, I'll read something and then I start, maybe I'm doing play too, I don't know. That's tough, but I think I'm just like processing the stuff I'm reading in as I'm reading it. I do sleep and like trying to understand it. So I don't see the play really. I think it is last. That does seem to make the most sense to me. So I'm still playing with it. I'm still trying to figure out where I am with it. Also, yeah, I've watched a ton of videos of people that supposedly have the same type, or at least the same functions in the same order. Well, jumpers included in there. I so much more relate to the jumpers, and I guess I need to look at some that have sleep, blast, consume, play, and see what see am I relating to them more. But there's all it's like everyone I look at, I don't relate to fully. It always seems like there's a big gap there where something's different. The FE especially. So many of the people, I guess less the jumpers, but so many of the non-jumper INFJs, regardless of the animals, they seem so in tune with their FE. Like they, maybe it's that thing where I said I'm cranked up all the way though. Maybe I don't know. That's just conjecture. I don't even know if that's even a thing. Maybe it's something entirely separate from all of this stuff. Maybe it's the social anxiety. I don't really know. I don't think so. I've thought about that a lot. Sleep processed that. It seems like it's something else. It's like it's jacked up all the way where I can't connect with people on the emotional level, or if I can, it's I don't see that I can, or if I do, it's such a hard struggle, and I don't put any effort into it because it's like, let's connect over thoughts. We maybe appreciate the same things, and we see that the other person likes sci-fi, comics, whatever. But I don't. I'm not aware of connecting with people, and when the emotions get present around me, it's like I just want to get the hell out of there. So I don't. All these other FE people, FE savior people, they love it. It's like these people are wanting to connect, and they're sharing emotions and talking about their feelings and connecting with people. It's like they're compelled to do it. I'm repulsed by it. I don't want to do it. I mean, I do want to be able to connect with people, but making the emotions as the thing that you connect with people by, it's like I don't want to do that. I want to find some other way to do that, like, to connect. So I don't know. It's bizarre to me that I'm FE savior. It's like FE is the biggest fucking pain in my ass. I would love to take a pill and just shut it off and not have to deal with it. It's a fucking pain. It's a struggle. It's like feeling and like picking up the emotions of everyone around me and what they're valuing emotionally or in the abstract is like a fucking pain in the ass. I don't want to do it. I'd like to shut it off. Other people aren't doing that, and they seem much happier than I am. Less miserable. It's a fucking pain in the ass. I don't see any positives from it at all in my life. It makes it hard to make friends with people. Fucking yeah. If someone could explain to me how it's a good thing, how I could see it as a good thing, I don't think you can. I don't. You would have to say, well, here's all this great stuff that you're not seeing, that you should be seeing, and it would have to outweigh all this crap that I am seeing that is terrible. Let's be reasonable. We're talking about, whatever. I always see that there's so many more struggles out there. This is mundane, petty little bullshit stuff that shouldn't be counted as, oh, this terrible struggles that you're going through. Poor you. Fuck me. I'm a dumbass. Whatever. I struggle because I can't connect with people. Fucking sucks. But it's not like poverty or, racism or any, it's terrible things that exist in the world that people would give their right arm to have my life. So fuck me. I'm a piece of shit for even caring about this shit. So fuck me. Literally, it's dumb to even complain about it, but we're talking about this shit for self-growth. I want to actually grow and like not have these fucking issues. I'd like to know how. if I could like get over this hump of like being overwhelmed by this NF SF bullshit, and I could actually like get to the point where I could like really help people and like, you know, do the things that we're all into this self growth stuff for. But I'm overwhelmed by this bullshit, and it's like I just want to get past the overwhelmed bullshit, so where I can, you know, fucking like reach out and help people. Like, you know, I would like to get to that point where I'm like, okay, I got all my shit worked out. Now I can help people. That would be a nice place to be at. But it's like I'm overwhelmed by this shit, and it's like it keeps me, you know, in here, you know, like trying to figure out the next move, because it's like I'm playing out all this fucking bullshit, and all I see is like bad, you know, da 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 da. I know that was a lot of like crazy shit, but it's like my NI is like playing out all the chess moves, and it's like all these things, all these moves end in, you know, not a place I want to go. It's like you travel down this path. Oh shit, no, that ends in bullshit where I don't want to be. How about this path? No, that one's shit too. It just keeps going, and it's like nonstop. Like okay, trying all these different, you know, paths to the future. They all end in a place I don't want to go. So it's like, fuck, try this. And I don't feel like I'm fucking rambling, and I'm not really getting to any point. I just wanted to talk about, all right, OP gave me this type. I tried it on, try to see how it fits. I'm seeing all these areas where I don't see it fitting. Frustrated. Would like to get to the point where it fits. Or maybe I say, you know, well, it's wrong here, and here, and, you know, no big deal. I figured out what's right. Everyone's gonna hate me for, you know, thinking I'm smarter and I'm better and I'm, you know, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you guys. So, yeah. I'm still not there. I'm not like saying I know I'm this. I'm still open to, but like I thought I'd find my type. You know, 512. Okay, I'm right here. Boom. And there'd be a few people in that type that I could be like, okay, let me compare my experience, how I see things, how they're seeing things. Is there some similarity there? Everybody in my fucking type is like completely different from me. You know, they got their FE pretty much under control. They deal with it. They like it. They reach out to people. They connect with people. They're helping people. I can't do any of that shit. My fucking FE is a piece of shit. It's the biggest pain in my ass. Something ain't matching up here. So, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to fucking post this. It's like just me rambling about bullshit. All right. Peace out.